Hello and welcome to the Anan Cbt Tour. In this video, I'll be walking you through the necessary steps required to take the exam on the CBT portal as a student. Now to start with, click on any browser of your choice. In this case, I am going with Google Chrome. Now as soon as the browser is up, on the address bar, type anan.org.ng and strike the enter key. So take you to the Anan website, that is the official website of Anan. And from the website, we are looking at for a particular tab called the Digital Hub, from which we have access to many of the platforms for Anan, for membership, for students, for certifications, including public and for partners as well. Then our emphasis is to go to the exam portal, so we'll click on exam portal. So clicking on exam portal will take you to the exam login page, which we are expecting. Now as soon as you are here, you are required to provide your username and your password. Now the username is your registration or matric number without the slashes, just like we have here. For in the first one here is for the full-time students. The second one is for special student. Let me just number them. I have 3 categories here. Then we have conversion, number 3. So we'll be walking through each of them and see what each of them will be faced with when they get to the dashboard. So to start with, I'll click on the NCA, that's the full-time, which is the first one, and copy the username, but you have your name, so you don't have to be doing this copying. So remember, your username or student ID is a registration number or your matric number. You fill it in without the slashes, and remember your password will be given to you at the exam hall in order to avoid malpractices. So once you are given the password, enter your username without the slashes once again and enter the password and click login. Now depending on your category, whether you are a full-time student, conversion student, or the special student, you are faced with a dashboard that is peculiar only to you. So at this point, we are faced with this dashboard, which is universal at the points. So we are clicking on exam. So when we click on the exam, it will take us to the exam that is assigned to this category. So the PEA exam, which is assigned to the full-time students. So the full-time student want the login. This is the exam at this time, so you are faced with that exam, which is the PEA exam. Now clicking on the PEA exam would now take the student to the exam proper, where the student can start the exam. But before then, I'd like us to see what each category will see, because this is a video for every category. So I'll log out as this type of user or this category of user presently. I'll go back to my list, and this time I want to log in as a special student. So I'll click on this number 2, copy it. Remember, you are not copying anything, you are entering your own number, so I don't see how that copying would be done and where the copying is coming from. So but for us here, we are copying because we are using examples. So here, remember the username followed by NCA 2022 as a password, and I click on login to take me to the dashboard. So as soon as that is done, it will take us to the dashboard for the exam. Of course, we are not here to log out for now. It's to take exam, so I'll click on the exam. The special student also are writing the PEA exam, so that is why they are having the same thing. So let's log out now and log in as the conversion category. So I'll log out now, then try to log in as a conversion. While that is going on, I'll look for the third students here. So I'll pick on this student and copy, then paste. Remember, you're not pasting. Once again, you are entering your matric number, your own matric number, then the password that will be given to you in the exam hall. Then you click on login again to have us log in. This time around, it is going to bring us to a dashboard peculiar only to the conversion students. So you can see that the exam that this category of students is going to write is a conversion exam. So depending on how your category, the exams procedures are the same. So I would like to log out of this account and walk us through the exam proper using the PEA, the full-time category. So I'll log out and then pick the username once again, which is the full-time student username. I'll copy and then paste the username in the student ID column. This time around, remember, it's always your own username. So NCA 2022 is authenticated password. The password will be given to you before you write your exam. So I'll click on login to log me into the exam portal as a full-time student. So I'll click on exam, then to take me to this particular exam, PE, to the exam for PA. So you can see under the PE we have time allowed. The questions we are trying to attempt is section A and B, and then total marks is 60. So 1 hour for this exam. Now I will at this point select the finance and financial management section, which is the exam I'm trying to use for this purpose. So I'll click the exam. So for conversion, you see your exam, you click on it. So remember, as soon as we start this exam, the timer kicks off. So don't waste time. Once you get started, just go straight to business because you have your time. So once you start the exam, see time limit. Luckily enough, 14 minutes was added as extra time, as you can see in this 15 minutes rather was added as extra time, as you can see in this exam. And you can see the number you are on currently, which is number 1. Then you have number 1 through 60. So the current number is number 1. So let me as soon as that is, so it's just for you now to select your answer. So I'm going to pick the answers randomly for us to see what this look like. Pick on number 2, just selecting randomly just to see. And at any point in the exam, look at, I've answered 1, 2 and 3, and it's showing me that I'm presently on 4. But if I feel I will want to go back to question 3, I can simply go back to question 3 from here, or go back to question 1 from here, or come back to my question 3. Alternatively, I could do that from the back button, taking me to a previous question, the next button taking me to the next question. So as you can see, so let me just keep selecting and selecting and selecting. So section A and B, section A contains 40 questions. So let me keep moving and moving. Then for the purpose of this exam, I could even skip, maybe let me just skip to question 32, and then so as to save our time, because it's the same all through. Question 32, answer 32. That means I have left several questions unanswered. But the beauty is, like I said, you can go back at any point to, if I feel now that I should answer question 31, I can go back and answer 31. So it is very, very flexible, so you can move back and forth at will. So just select some answers randomly so that we can this is question 35. I could click next. So this is question 39, 38 of 40, question 39 of 40 in section 1, but question 40 of 60. So I'll click on this and click continue. So that ends the multiple choice question. Here we have to fill in the blanks, so I'll enter just some random words, anything at all, just for us to see how this works. Just for us to see how this works. I could click next. So you will observe that presently I still have some questions unanswered, and I still am somewhere, but the CBT platform has stored all your progress so far. What happens if you lose internet connection? There's no cause for alarm. It will store your progress, and when you return to continue again, it will continue from where you stop. Presently, the CBT platform stores your answers every 5 seconds. So whatever happens in between that 5 seconds, it will take you back to the last save status that you have in your exam. So let's try this out. I would like to disconnect at this point from the internet, so that presently we don't have internet connection. We want to see what it will look like. Now this student does not have internet connection and is somehow taken out. Now look at this. This is something else I want us to take note of. You are not permitted to move out of your browser when taking the exam, out of the particular page, the exam page. Once you do that, you'll be penalized. Please know that you are not allowed to leave this page while the examination is still going on, as this may be termed examination malpractice. Thank you. So we are only moving out because we want to test what we are doing. So this student is out for now. There's no internet connection to take us to the CBT, so you see no internet. So we'll connect to internet this time around so we can log in back to the exam. So I'm connecting to the internet. So we are presently connected to the internet. All I need to do is to refresh this page. Then it took me back, so you can see that I'm back, but because I have not left, look at my number showing that I'm still in. I could log out, but I am not intending to log out at this point. So simply go back to your dashboard and then see, and you notice you click on take exam, and the same exam you are taking before the network failed. So we'll click on PEA, so and click on the very exam we're taking. So once you do that, you notice something: continue exam. Initially it will start exam, but this time it's saying continue exam. So what you will do is simply to continue exam. It has stored your progress. All the answers you had before are still intact. All the answers are still intact. Presently we're on question 44 before the thing happened. So you can at this point continue to exam. So I would just like to maybe fill in some words, random unintelligent words, and then continue. Now you will not see finish exam until you get to the last question. So it means you can go back and forth without actually submitting this exam as far as your time is on. But what happens if you didn't finish this exam before the time you are timed out? The good news is whatever you stop will be submitted to the exam platform, so you have lost nothing. So it is very important that for you to get as much score as you want, or better score, to be able to meet up with your time and to round up your exam right on time. So I can simply just click on question 60. We are right on question 60. Once you enter question 60, the next thing is the answer to question 60. If you want to review, like we say, you can go back at any time and still review, look at questions unanswered. Here we're just leaving them because this is just an example. So there's questions yet unanswered, so you can go back. You can see the questions that are not answered are not marked. The ones that are answered are marked. So you still review the ones that are answered. So everything here is subject to review by you within the stipulated time. So once that is done, you scroll down and click on remember I told you until you're on page 60. I went back until the last question, so I'll go back to question 60. Then you see finish exam. I've already provided an answer for that. I'll click on finish exam. So once you click on finish exam, you see 2 questions answered correctly. This will not be your portion. We're only scoring 2 questions, getting 2 out of 60 because we're just not answering it the way it ought to. We're just trying to show you how it works. We wish you the best with your examination. This is a simple way in which this portal works. Best of luck, and God bless you. Thank you.